God, we're not gonna see his first reaction just like on hearing what happened, are we?
He probably threw up.
Yeah.
Lower
Oh
than
my
bottom,
God.
yeah. Yeah.
He said, that was kind of my homie. Yeah, well.
Saiki-sama's army will camp at Edo's boundary where they will wait for Toranaga-sama to mourn his son.
They're in Edo.
Okay.
How long?
He gets to mourn his
The
son.
customary 49 days.
Oh my God, really?
And after that?
They will deliver us to Osama.
Oh, thank you for 50 days, I guess.
Yeah.
Holy shit. That's a lot of time to plan.
My lord instructed me to give these to you upon entry to the city for the completion of your service.
Oh?
Your men are here in this city.
Hey!
Oh.
The crew from your ship.
They're actually
Are
alive.
they alive?
No way.
Are they all skeletons?
What? So that's it then?
Mariko-sama,
We're just
don't go towards Osama.
saying goodbye.
She's like, you don't
My
understand.
allegiance forbids me from doing anything else.
Damn.
The idea of being so mad at something and holding on to wanting to die for so long is crazy.
With that, hello, welcome back to the channel. We are the Normies and we are reacting to Shogun today. It's episode 8 of season 1, The Abyss of Life.
My name is Shogi Wogi Bogi Surge.
My name is Abyss Nubby.
Ah, shit, this is Kitty.
I'm the abacus Christ of
I'm
life.
gonna say that.
The abacus. An abacus
Abacus.
isn't an abyss, but they sound kind of similar.
Makes sense.
Sure.
Sure.
We have
abysmal attempt.
a reaction to the finale available on our
Yes.
website. If you want to check it out ahead of time, please support us there. It helps us so much. And we also started Barry.
Yes.
It's the next show. So yeah, if you're interested in that, check it out. And
You know
then
what?
please like, subscribe, and comment.
Subscribe.
I realized all these castles here on the sand, you know, in the intro are pretty cool. But like Jimi Hendrix said, castles made of sand fall to the sea eventually. Made to be rebuilt. Huh?
Yeah.
I quote Jimi Hendrix.
我らの結びつきを一層強きものにするため我らの意志を世に知らしめた方が良いのかもしれません
Too close.
縁組により我らがより強く結びつくということいかがでございましょうか
Don't do it, Ochiba. Don't do it.
I mean, it's kind of a come up. You get to get some legitimacy and we can go for it still.
I like how that's
Excuse me? She's the mother of the air.
like that's a romantic proposal. That's just what a proposal is this time.
But that makes her, what, the queen regent and not the actual queen?
But
right?
but he's not a king. He's lower than where she came
He
from.
wants to be
Strengthening
Mr.
with him
Ochiba.
doesn't help her that much. It's not leading him on.
長門様といえばもてなし上手であった長々と終わりのない夢物語を
Damn, this is what they do? This is the body in the center of the room? They just reminisce?
長門様は木から落ちて腕を折ってしまわれた
I thought it was.
幾日も誰にもお話にならなんだ忙しいと思われた一心でな誠勇者でござった
Yeah, he was a go-getter. He had a go-getter attitude.
我らと共におられることが信じられません
I feel
The
bad.
armor never got
し
used.
かしあの方はおられぬ友が幸福を選ばれあの蛇のような石堂の前で切腹することを選ばれたがゆえにそれは長門様には耐え難きことでございました
Let's go, nephew.
あの方が向こう水であったにせよ
Hiramatsu's like,
ご
what?
自分の命をたった一つのものにかけておられたご主君に虎長様に
You know, he believes in the power of youth, and I can't fault him for that.
昨夜の我が老いの話でございまするが大宮じゃ買い物なれど江戸の武将が抗議の印に身にまとったあの鎧をご覧くだされまだ諦めておらぬ方々がおられまする
There are those who haven't given up.
鉄砲と大筒を
Why not go out fighting?
So do Crimson Knight with how many people? Like,
藪重殿は
What?
幸福の証としてそちから鉄砲と大筒を
God, he could have won the favor of Shido, but the sun also messed that up.
We do have a lot of options here for like a surprise attack. Like if we use those cannons.
I mean,
like
they're an army, though.
But they have to
rolling up, it's
carry
not
it.
much
They
of a
will
surprise,
know.
right?
I don't know how that shit works. We'll be like, we're delivering these to you. Boom. Definitely reminiscent of some Indian funerals as well. So we got a lift up our family member if it's someone directly related to us and put them into the incinerator.
Here, but in India, they make a pyre.
Toranaga watching the funeral from so far away.
She really sick or just kind of sick of this shit?
虎長様がそなたをお呼びじゃ。昼過ぎに会いたいと。
承知いたしました。
大阪から黒続きである女房殿に茶を立てたいのじゃが、いかがかな。
お受けいたしまする。
This is an olive branch?
It's tea, not olives.
Shut up, Chris.
タギギをくれと頼んでよるのです。この万人の武装法は勘弁してやっていただきたい。
Okay.
Thank you. Your kind attempt at translation, Father. Alas, you are wrong. Hoshi sumi no hou ga atatakai.
Oh, look at him. He's like, oh, he knows.
I must say, I am impressed.
Yes, right.
You have made your own way out here.
He got a fief now, Brave.
Except I seem to find Catholics in every sort of corner of this country. Like the Kakarooch.
It was not you I came to Edo for. I have urgent business with Toranaga-sama.
Is he going behind the back?
What are your plans?
Oh, we're gonna go into bed with
Now
the
he has
Catholics,
cut you loose.
then?
Well, to start, I will reunite with my crew. Then pay a visit to that black ship I've heard so much about.
Will you wear those clothes when you see your men?
Yes, I intend to.
Oh, good.
Thank you, Father.
Your attempt at knocking him down did not work, my boy. Looks like it backfired, actually.
Ochiba no kata has manipulated Ishido out of hatred for you, and I see no cause for her anger.
落ち葉の方と盟約を結べるだろうと申しておりまする。
お主は
大坂ではございません。石道にございます。落ち葉の方と組めば、石道の県政への唯一の道は断たれまする。
万に一つ落ち葉の方が。
To move ahead? Temporarily, probably.
敗北の色が浮かんでおりまするぞ、殿らしくもない。
わしの意に逆らうておるという噂は聞いておる。長門の葬儀に鎧を着て参ったそうじゃな。
How are you hearing
我
this?
が息子は死んだ。
I mean,
わしはこれ以上血を流すつもりはない。
But you,
Too much grief.
but isn't there gonna be a lot of bloodshed?
it'd be less than a war.
江戸に新しいキリシタン教会を作ることを
Oh,
許す。
that's all he wanted.
たちは用意してある。一つだけ頼みがある。大阪に戻り、ここで見聞きしたことを伝えてもらいたい。わしはただ迎えたいだけじゃと。
Maybe he's just displaying this weakness in front of it. No.
I know. I keep
Yeah, I'm
thinking too. Like
is
maybe
he playing
he's
5D? I don't
just
know anymore. If
playing
this
to be
is
sick.
he's just really given up, or maybe he wants him to think that to report back to Osaka.
戦うおつもりじゃ。
Yes, because he wanted him to report that.
でなければわざわざ大阪にことづけなど頼まん。
Yes.
Makes sense.
Make him look weak. He's sick. He's coughing. He's dying. He
Yeah.
could be faking the cough.
He
For all we
didn't
know.
go to his funeral.
遠くかすめる風の行く先。一服いかがかな。
謹んで頂戴いたしまする。
What's up with the son? Where is he? He's just on his own doing things.
You gotta sit her. We're doing matcha?
That's cool because there is a town near Osaka. They're known for matcha. So,
We got the whole set.
get yours right now with the art of tea.
And now,
大変結構なお手前でござりました。
そなたのためだけに建てた茶じゃ。
Oh.
how did we get?
父上が何と言おうと、我らが大阪で死ぬことになろう。
今の茶がひとしお味わい深かったのは、そのせいでござりましょう。
Aw, they're gonna reconcile?
夫婦になったばかりの頃を思い出す。わしらは幸せであったな。
はっきり思い出せません。
まだ安心に惑わされておるのか。
I think she's kind of over that.
共に死のうではないか。
Tonight.
そなたに許しを与えようと思ったのじゃ。共に死を迎えようではないか。夫婦として暴我の果てへ参ろうではないか。
Not sure if romantic or
この後に及んでもお分かりにならないのですね。お前様が私に許さなかったのは死ではござりませぬ。お前様には手も届かぬ。私はお前様とかように死するくらい
Damn.
truth coming out.
1000年生かされた方がましでござります。
Maybe you understand a little better now, Buntaro.
Big Baby B just don't get it.
You know, I actually kind of respect Buntaro though a little bit after this.
I kind of pity him. Like he's trying to make this move, but he still doesn't get her.
Yeah.
He's trying.
Oh, that's so sad.
He wants to be a good husband. He just don't know how.
It's not by beating up your wife.
And then promising her a nice little double suicide later on.
Hitler did it. He's all the rage these days.
John Blackthorne.
Is that Gene? Bro, this guy's like a greasy
Hello,
Grover.
Solomon. How are you?
What the fuck did I do to
Giving you
you?
up for dead.
How many of us left?
6.
that all of them?
Hanging on.
6.
Barely hanging on. You like you having all right.
Well, I've been given clearance
To leave.
for us to return to Erasmus. I have a few friends. I've been training some of them on the cannon already
To do what?
to help us home.
Nah.
Nah.
What you doing for
This
work out here?
is better than living on the ship.
I just hate to think that we spent these months wasting away because our pilot had ambitions of his own. We could have turned home and you know it. Our orders ended when the Captain General sent a shot at the back of his head.
I'll speak to the rest of the men myself.
First, take off those skirts.
We'll careen her. We'll scrape her. And the extra men we need, you leave that.
I said take them off!
Oh.
You're doing it. Bro, you drunk and skinny.
Oh, dude, stop. Stop.
Bangada. Bangada.
I think that's enough.
Okay. Good, you didn't kill him.
He was so skinny, though. He might be dead. I don't know.
Is he dead?
Filthy.
Filthy.
Oh, wow.
He's changed.
He's changed.
He has hygiene now.
Said, I can't believe I used to smell like them. It's one of the things, you don't know you a stinky boy until you get with some non-stinky boys.
That rotten breath, bro, is probably so bad.
他に道がないのが悔しいが、思い詰めた挙句ここへ参ったと。
I still have my ship. I can train a crew. I just need a new banner to sail under.
You wish to sail on Yabushige-sama's behalf?
I don't wish it. He is a shitface. But he is a brave shitface, and that is the truth, so I must ask.
He knows how Yabushige is. He might just say yes to this shit.
Yabushige-sama politely declines the request.
Politely.
トラナガ様が諦めたと言われるが、それは安心殿の思い違いじゃ。あの老人が何を目論んでおるかわしも知らぬが、
Yeah.
幸福ではあるまい。
Yabushige knows that much.
Yabushige-sama stands with Toranaga-sama. Only you wave.
Tell her!
The other
Let
parts.
me explain again.
Tell her the
No
other...
explaining treachery.
She's not telling him what he said.
It's the tiny sword.
This weapon is not mine.
己が火の元のものではないことは分かっていると。
仲間。
仲間。
わからない. I don't know what that leaves me.
I relate to this so
His
much.
own people feel strange.
こたびの過ちは多めに見ると伝えてもらいたい。拙者は決してトラナガ様裏切らぬ。
No, nephew's like, but
He's gonna meet him in the back alley. He's like, hey.
Yeah, like, let's
damn it. John knows it didn't work either. But the nephew looks obliged.
You see, once loyalty begins, it does not have an end.
Oh, now you adding shit.
Otherwise, it would not be loyalty.
Loyal turns senseless very quickly when the order is suicide.
Would you like me to translate that? Or was it for me?
Schlop, 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 schlop.
Schlapka.
お母様に尽くすことが私は何より誇らしいことでございますもの。
この一角をおのおの方にお渡りになられました。
Is it really close to your tea
ここ
house?
は江戸でも
Are they in the
最上
same
の都市でござい
area?
ます。あちらの方々はどなたですか？
Ah,
友人になる者たちでございます。
The same muddy ass
Church
land,
and
bro.
the brothel right next to each other.
I mean,
That's
ideally,
so
right?
good.
Sunday
Yeah, that's
mornings are
perfect.
crazy.
I love Toranaga for doing
Right,
that.
you on your knees praying for the Lord, and then you're on your knees next door.
Is that
今
good?
朝方に発作が起こったのでございます。
Stroke.
お痛みを和らげて差
All
し
we
上
can
げ
do
る
is
こと
make
し
it
か
comfortable.
もやできませぬ。
Oh man, power is about to change hands.
もう駆け引きはおやめなされ。人質を解放すると約束なされ。石戸は成り上がりの小物じゃ。
Damn.
Exactly. Don't marry him.
Wise words.
お痛みを軽くするお薬はいかがでございますか、大王院様。
Dion?
Dayoin.
Dion.
Milk of the poppy.
She sure is Dion.
我らが息子に浄土では私を探すように伝えておくれってしまったのじゃ。
That was a bittersweet moment for her, I'm assuming.
藪重殿が大阪に向けて出立される。
He doesn't look
我が
sick.
鉄砲を石堂殿に届けるほか、わしと共に降伏する者の名をお渡しすることになっておる。よってその書状にその方ら一同の
No, this
署
is
名を求
happening.
めたい。
Sign your name on the death list.
Why would he send Yabushige?
It's like he knows.
clearly,
Yeah, it's like
yeah.
he knows what I would do. So should I just do nothing, or should I do what I would do?
Do what you would do. And he'll be like, oh, I'm glad the bandit showed up and helped
Yeah.
我らは罠に違いなきものを飲むことはできません。敗北に向かう道を進まれる殿に従うことはできませぬ。
Damn.
それとも日の本の存続か。わしの戦は
He'd rather not go to war.
すでに決着しておる。
Why does he look like Mac from Always Sunny in Philadelphia?
そのお気持ちを変えぬとあらば、拙者今ここで
Oh.
腹を切りまする。
Oh.
Damn.
Wow, what a way, what a play.
拙者は殿が小便垂れの小僧の頃からおそばにお仕えしてまいりました。
Piss dripping boy.
ならば大阪にて
我らの戦を道半ばで放り出されるおつもりか。
Even the audience can tell what Toranaga really wants to do.
わしはすでに決断を下しておる。お主が決断をする番じゃ。
Oh no.
You can't offer to commit seppuku and then not, right?
Oh no, why are you doing this?
力は誠に宇田地にも選ばれるの
He's
で。
proving a point.
家臣が犬死にいたすのでございまするぞ。
No. Where's your...
お止めください。
Don't speak.
こやつはわしに逆らうと決断したのじゃ。わしは譲らん。
Or renege on this.
Too late. You said what you said.
今生のお別れにございまする。
Oh.
ブントロン、わしの刀を持て。
Shit, why would you ask Bunter to do it?
I mean, it's honorable and it's his grandson.
Second
Right?
me.
Yeah,
bad,
the
son.
same with Lord Toranaga did with Mizuguchi.
You stabbed yourself in the guts and the
Yeah,
sword
and
cut your head off for
yeah.
Buntaro is going to it.
you. Right? He's like, I've been planning this for a while.
生きるのじゃ。決して殿を見捨てるでないぞ。
Really? Even after this?
たとえ殿が御自ら命をお捨てになったように見えてもじゃ。
If this is really a long con and you're willing to let him do this, then I don't know, man.
I don't.
He's just really surrendering and okay with this pointless death.
Yeah, I think at this point, I think it's a long con.
トラナガ様、狂っておる。お止めくだされ。
Stop! Oh my god, are you kidding me?
Well, that's upsetting.
Oh my god.
Why aren't you fighting?
Because he wants less deaths, I guess?
Maybe he didn't think he would do it. Maybe this will push him to actually fight, and Hiromatsu knows that.
I don't know. I
Or
feel
knew
like
that.
doubting Hiromatsu was a bad idea. Like, he will do it.
I don't think he doubted him.
Yeah.
He said, like, I'm not going to yield, so you do what you got to do.
Yeah.
一つ聞くが、アンジェはもう藪重を訪ねたか。
ヤブシゲ様はお断りになりましたが。
今日のことで、藪重は心変わりするであろう。
So there is a plan.
Hiromatsu made sure of it. Hiromatsu did the what sort of
我らの幸福を大阪に信じ込ませることが大事なのじゃ。
To do Crimson Sky? Oh my god.
そなたは己の務めを果たす。
What did it cost?
God.
What? At what cost?
What more can she do for you?
覚悟はできております。
Woo!
That's a good ending right there. It's a good
Is it
ending.
ending?
Oh!
No, there's more. It keeps doing it now. Uchiba, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna
Kenny,
do?
are you gonna be okay? You like that, Grandpa?
Yeah.
He was a fun grandpa.
She looks like so sad without the makeup on.
Hmm.
Remember what Granny said?
Yeah,
What are
don't
you
marry this
doing,
fuckboy.
Uchiba? Don't
He
do
is
it.
nothing, and he will be nothing.
We got to see Richard Alpert again. It's been a while.
Yep. No,
He did it.
he did it. He said,
Yeah.
安心と手を組まれたことが
Shut up.
田中様の耳に
He
入る
knows exactly what
わし
you're
はくだ
doing.
った老人のために死ぬつもりはない。
Yeah.
You're finally playing in his.
安心は危のございます
Is he?
おじえ上なんじゃ
ご用心くださいませ
Oh, oh.
one of these days, you guys are gonna say something to me, and I'm just gonna growl and walk away.
安心殿が先日申されたことじゃが拙者にとっては大きな値打ちがあることじゃ
Can't understand what
名
you're saying.
誉じゃそなたとわしは
名誉。
名誉
You.
名誉。
Man, you. Like, man, you. Man, you.
名誉。
Y'all
So-
ain't scoop up one translator.
This is exactly what.
Oh, the translator's coming. Never mind.
America's coming.
Yeah, I was about to say, y'all ain't got one translator in this bitch?
Yep.
She's ready to do her part.
私も共に大坂へ参れ殿。
God damn it, how does he always know?
Yeah, like he knew he's always step ahead.
Jesse Pinkman meme. He can't keep getting away with it.
Jesse Pinkman.
Like,
It's to make sure like everybody know in Osaka that he.
fucking guess. I thought we already knew that when the son died and he surrendered and he's coughing and the
Wasn't enough.
Wasn't enough.
other guy, the fake ass Athelstan, was gonna report that.
Finally looking good again.
If you'd have just waited, son, I had a plan.
我が息子よ
Or maybe you incited it.
見事に時を稼ぎよった
Oh, you did
Yeah.
earn him 49 days.
無駄にはせぬ
Hell yeah.
That's
Eyes
the
on the
least you
ball.
can do. Yeah.
広松も
God, that fit is gorgeous.
Playing those cards very close to your chest, bro. They're in your heart.
決して無駄にはせんぞ
He's gotta be the loneliest man in all of Japan.
Oh shit, we're about to fuck a domain expansion. Just kidding.
Domain expansion. Oh wow!
What a great episode.
What a great episode. I
Alright,
mean, it makes
2 deaths, 2 episodes.
2 deaths. I guess I get it. It is to just show that they are not really preparing anything. And I think once they are given 49 days, your enemy will think like, oh, they're definitely gonna use the 49 days like to their advantage,
yeah.
right?
It's like, no, their morale is splintered. Oh, like he's sick, the son died.
He's
like,
sick,
all-
the son, like, yeah.
Hiramatsu seppuku'd himself.
Yeah.
Like he was like, you have to do that, and he was like, I'll kill myself, and he still didn't do it. So clearly he's defeated.
And then the Athelstan will report and like confirm all that
Yeah.
hearing. So like it's gonna make him look super weak.
And I mean, it's one of those things you can't not talk about. Even if Athelstan didn't report it, like that news is getting out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
His main guy, his right hand man, killed himself like in front of him. Like it's like good.
Then
Really
my
good to put it
question
out
is
there.
like,
He's sending
does he trust
Yabushige.
anybody on the inside plan at all? Like if we knew, like,
Miriko appears.
Mariko.
appears to know.
I think she like just found out. I think he like just like when he was
She
like
gets the
ready
first
to do it.
notice. He knows, and that's it. Well, oh, Hiramatsu, obviously.
I don't think-
Hiramatsu knew.
I think
He
it's
did?
a matter.
He said he did his duty well.
Yeah, and I think I wonder if it's not said out loud but understood plan. Like Hiramatsu's old friend and somebody's like, because we barely saw Toranaga speak. And Hiramatsu came out like with the first meeting when Eccleston came and he was like, he wants to fight. But like I don't think that's what Toranaga really said, but that's like Hiramatsu being like, this
Yeah.
is what I think step needs to be done without being spoken.
Yeah,
Because we're gonna go this way.
like he plans on fighting. He wants the enemy to think we're weak.
It's,
And then I don't know if he went step by step with Hiramatsu for the plan, but I think Hiramatsu is just privy and wise enough to know that he was up to something and that he wasn't giving up. So even in the death when he told Buntaro like, don't give up on our lord, like they're still like, this is fucked, but like
you
this is
live.
happening for a reason too. So he doesn't believe in pointless deaths. That was a very meaningful death. Like that death will cement this plan in the ground. It was just hard to watch and hard to believe. You have to have a lot of conviction to play like that bluff card. Like, yeah, I'm gonna watch my fucking childhood mentor and best friend like die in front of me for this long con, essentially. But if he wins, that's all that matters. Like, remember what John said to him in the beginning? We're like, not if I win.
Yeah.
Just do whatever you can to win.
And I feel like his reasons for not wanting to do the super big war and kind of the sneakier way makes a lot of sense too. We've seen towns destroyed because of earthquakes. We've heard about how fast their buildings come up and go down. And like Edo is built up nice and it does look beautiful. He's like, well, we'll fight him here. And he's like, if he comes to Edo, he'll destroy the city. Mm-hmm. And even with Osaka too, they're going to attempt to attack the castle, but like there is going to be collateral damage. And Osaka is built like the rest of Japan. Like a lot of their fight could fuck up the city so much that it sets all of Japan back. Yeah. And I do feel like he's thinking about that too. So he's like the only clear way through on some Dune Part 2 shit is that he's got to do it this way. He's got to kind of be sneaky about it. Because if he just did the big war, so much could disrupt Japan so much that they could be in a civil war for the next who knows how long.
I'm wondering, like, him and Ochiba have had no correspondence recently, right?
Yeah.
But it's almost like they're anticipating each other's moves to know, like, what's best might be us forming an alliance. Like, she could be anticipating that from her end.
She could have been, but she's bound down to Ishida.
Yeah.
So.
I'm
curious. I mean, that could all mean with the way, you know, Toranaga plays that maybe she's concocting something too.
Something, because like, why would she bow down to him knowing that he came from nothing? And Diane has kind of trained her a little bit more to like, I mean, it's kind of bittersweet with Diane's like, look what I made, because like you brought this young girl to give heir to your husband. Like that's a whole different thing. But at the same time, like she's from young age trying to really make her say in it. So for her to align with, it makes sense to align with Ishido to get her stuff, but not really to like marry him.
Yeah.
So I wonder if there has been some correspondence that we don't know. Maybe she's playing Ishido and then she will align with Toranaga to kill Ishido. But also I don't know. It just looks like Ochiba just hates some.
There's a lot.
She hates him too much. I don't think I don't think she's like. I don't think she can be reasonable with the amount of rage she feels for Toranaga.
Yeah, so it's not a fear; it's more so rage versus what Mariko said.
Yeah.
For me, it kind of feels like the Aizen thing or the professor. Like once you get a character who's so scheming and conniving and doesn't tell anybody their plans, it gets so hard to figure out like what they're going to do next, which is fine. They're always fun to watch, but like I can't plot against it. At this point, I'm glad that we've played all these cards up till now. There's only one more episode left, right?
Two
more? I'm glad that we're like right here at the end where the consequences have to come out and we finally get to see like what is actually in Toranaga's heart and like what the actual plan is.
Yeah. I think that was also very clever of Hiramatsu when other lords were speaking up. He was like, it's between me and him. Just like, don't nobody else like go down this road. So for him to be like, I will set this up.
They weren't about to do it themselves. They were like, Toranaga, it's on a pop.
Yeah, I was like, no, let's just pause before it gets more.
Okay, go back to that guy. Does he not look like Rob McElhenney in like Asian makeup? He looks like Mac from Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Like in cosmetic. I don't know why. What? I've been watching too much TV. It distracted me from the scene. He looks like Mac.
Damn, this man's beard regular face just pulled you out.
I've seen Mac do blackface and a lot of other things he shouldn't be doing in band episodes, so I could only imagine him being in like an Asian getup. So sorry, he just looked a lot like him.
How do we feel about John finding his crew and be like, they are filthy?
Bro, he said, I changed. Y'all ain't the same no more. That's fucked up.
I never related to anything so much on TV.
Yeah,
because it's like when I lived in Turkey, you know, like I like completely like, you know, I evolved as a person, and then I like came home and everybody was like, I don't know, like still the
socks
same.
and sandals.
You know what I mean? Not socks and sandals, and that doesn't mean that I was better than them. I changed and they didn't. You know what I mean? Or they changed in like a less significant way than me. And then, and even in the U.S., once I changed again once I started living in another country. Your environment changes who you are.
You adapted to it.
Yeah.
Not the same exact way, but I understood his whole thing just from the immigrant family perspective of like not being entirely in one group or the other.
Yeah.
You know, he was like, what did he say? He said, own people strange.
Yeah.
Like one thing that I didn't appreciate is like how much like in my culture, like people drink so much for any occasion whatsoever. And I think in the US also, people drink a lot. And I just like got used to like people not drinking around me, and it just made me more comfortable. And then I was just like, it was so weird for me that I was more comfortable in like a foreign culture for me than my own.
No, makes sense.
So that was super relatable to me.
I was go ahead, Chris.
Oh no, I like it, and I like the fight part. We kept thinking that his guys were dead, but they're just pissed off, and I feel like So the thing too is that they've been in this country just as long as John has, and while John has been given these opportunities to like do better, they could at least took it upon themselves. Like I think it's wild. Like he's even trying to holler at this girl, like you a stinky boy, and you ain't caught on yet that other people ain't stinky boys, and you want to continue to be a stinky boy. That's kind of wild. Especially because they've been here for months. Like, they've been here as long as John.
Yeah, but...
Even if they would have changed...
Think about how long it took John to kind of break down. He got the creme de la creme treatment with, like, translators and stuff.
Yeah.
And he got to really be ushered into the culture. You can't expect these guys to, like...
But they've been here for months.
Those guys, but they were in a gutter for a month.
Yeah.
No one taught them Japanese.
Sailing the ship, that's just how life is sailing. You don't bathe. You wipe your ass with a rope that's in the water that you reuse, and you put it back down to like disintegrate. Sunday Rundown said this, and their breath is absolutely rank because they have no sense of it.
Yeah, and like here, they're not giving offer to a bathhouse or onsen.
No,
like,
I'm not saying that they need an offer to a bathhouse or any of that. I'm not saying that it's crazy that they haven't elevated to John's level. I'm saying that they've showed no change at all that we've seen over the last months. They're just out here in the fucking
because
the difference between dropping them off in the wild and having
how
one,
could they change?
But they also, I think that part of them also thinks still right now that they are better than the Japanese.
Yeah,
you know
they still
that's
they still
part of
think
it
that.
because they were like take off the skirt.
Yeah.
I think that's more so.
Because
it's not more so like they
ass and other
haven't.
people smell like flowers. You don't think for 10 seconds. Maybe I should smell.
Probably
this.
Not if it's your way of life to like
Exactly.
sail, like, and you
Not
just
for a month.
you think they're the weirdos for bathing.
I think my understanding would be not necessarily like, oh, I'm gonna start baiting because that's how it's lived. Because nobody had really shown me that way, but more so understanding that we're in a different country and they do things a little differently and leave it to be. But they were like still disrespecting whatever it looks like, whatever. And John was like, oh, you haven't like changed. But I think it was kind of weird. I thought it was kind of weird for John to like see them and then walk away because he's been talking this whole time. I need my crew. I want my crew. I want where are my people? Like
That's the
you
point. Now he
are
doesn't belong.
walking in, and he was walking in the alley and he was like, oh, it smells like shit. Like, and then like you see your friend and you like walk back. I was like, it just seems weird because
that
like
was
I
me.
understand you got this luxury because of whatever
You got
other
lucky.
team. Yeah, you got lucky and they thought that you could use them. That you still left your team, like your crew is now stuck here and they haven't been shown because I'm surprised they're alive, right? Like
We all
we are
thought they were
surprised that
dead.
he's alive, and so like they are obviously getting by with whatever they have been given, which is essentially just dropped off in this alley. So I at that point, Angie was just like, oh, I want to go home. And they're like, what home? Like you clearly he was manipulating them in some way.
Yeah.
And like they have
I
their
mean,
own
we saw a boy
thoughts.
shoot himself in the very beginning, and that was
Exactly.
like they should have turned around then.
I
I
don't
would
think
have
he was
liked it if he would have
manipulating
interacted
them.
with them more, tried something more, because I am interested in them. And I'm not saying that I need to see them rise to the ranks of Hatamaru. I'm just saying
Hatamoto.
I would be interested if they changed a little bit over the months that they've been spending here in this new place.
just don't know how
I don't
you
believe
would, like-
John manipulated them. I think the captain died, and John was just like a diehard pilot. Freedom wants to see the world for sure. Some bias that like he wants that freedom of seeing the world, but he also wanted to carry out the captain's mission, and no one else was taking the leadership role, so someone had
I wonder
to.
if they even knew what the mission was. I guess like how much of the information was developed and what they were doing, but maybe not manipulated. But they just, I mean, if you left behind,
They
you're
did.
just like,
They did say
they
like,
do
oh,
it
enemies to
purpose?
north and south.
Yeah.
They
It's
went
like-
through Magellan's Pass. Magellan's Pass. So that's the way he said it. I don't know. I always heard Magellan, but I think they maybe they got coaxed into taking that dangerous path that no one has taken before, and
Or like when you
He wants to
stuck
prove
behind and you like one of your crew member got a better treatment and somehow like maybe we were left here on purpose. Like I think I understand why they think that way.
John probably sees them as like, I could slowly try to talk to them and convert them, but this guy looks like such a lost cause. For all the progress I made, they devolved in their progress. And it took me so long. They had to crack me in so many different specific type of ways. I don't have that time. And I know how I was back then. I wouldn't be able to convince myself, you know, of it.
How are they drinking sake for months? Like, where are they getting money from? Like, how are they being provided this sake?
Well, they getting something.
Slave labor.
Slinging dick.
So I guess they do something in the morning. I want to see them in the morning. Let's not talk about it.
Well, damn. I guess they're not in the fisherman's village. They're in Edo. So
yeah.
Tea
ceremony was nice. Weird offer at the end, but it was still nice. And I like that it's a performance. I think thinking of it more as a performance instead of like I guess all rituals are performances.
Yeah, tea ritual. Yeah, it's done.
She called it a performance, and that kind of brought it into focus for me because I understand it more that way instead of like I know that rituals are performances, but if you call it a ritual, I'm like, God damn, can't we just drink the fucking tea? I'm a fucking scoundrel, clearly. Pirate, straight off the ships. I want my tea now.
You don't have the patience to.
I do have the patience for that. I could put on a performance. I put on long performances before.
It's like
plenty. I'm doing it right now.
I wonder I don't know how I feel about calling it performance because you can say that for all the rituals. But like in India, like if you do a very formal tea, we don't go to that extent. But like it is given in specific like cups that you think like are formally like cutlery of queens apparently.
Yeah.
And then like we're given with specific snacks. Like if you don't get snacks and just came there, that's like you like, oh my god, they gave us nothing. They just gave us straight tea.
Yeah, or you refuse food, like, oh my god.
Refuse food, like, oh my god, they like
someone
asked, they picked it up immediately, like they didn't say no, like, oh, you're doing too much. Like there was no there's like a lot of formalities kind of things are done, but like that's just, I don't know. I mean,
Pat's
I
mom
call the
won't let us
formality.
leave without eating something.
Oh my god, I was told before, like if you pick something up before they offered you and you didn't say no twice, and I said it was a whole thing.
Oh my god, you have to say no twice.
Not even that. It was like my mom would have to say yes, I can eat it. Like I can't just eat it. It was just like kind of a respectful kind of thing. Could be just in my house, but I don't know how I feel about calling it performance, but it is a thing.
Well, for me, it helps me to think because I see other people's cultures that have so much like emphasis put into the things like this that give them importance, and for me, I'm a very practical person, so I need to understand the why of it, and the why, like with my family, would just be because we said so, which I hate that why. But if I think of it as a performance, I'm like, oh, well,
but
we're putting on a show. We're doing this extra shit.
Performance. You're. It's not like a show. Like it's just the verb you use. Like you perform a ritual. You don't do a ritual. You perform a ritual. Like I think they're just saying like it's a good performance of that ritual.
Yeah, you
not
performed
like
it well.
I'm performing.
Let's talk about Buntaro in that scene though, because I felt bad for him when I saw him, break down. But at the same time, we know Mariko more than him. And I feel like whatever he did to her, for her to have such contempt and hate for him, it must be deserved. So like as much as I feel bad for him in this instance right now, I think that he's coming to, like realizing what he'd done.
Yeah.
But like I don't think he deserves pity because whatever he did, like the arranged marriage stuff and all that, like she holds him responsible for a lot of things, and I think that there must be, like he must be responsible.
It's probably the physical abuse.
No pity, but
abuse too. Yeah. But like just the whole like their whole marriage, how it came about. And I know like It is again like about the dynamic between like men and women in a society where he's like, well, my lord ordered me and I had to do it, and it's just like, yeah, sure, but also like you didn't have to go about it the way you did.
You didn't have to be shitty at it.
Yeah.
And so Mariko is just like, well, you still have like more choices than me. Like I'm just fucking here.
And I mean his upsetness is all his own fault, and he's trying to change it around, but that's only because he literally thinks he's dying in the next few days.
Even the slight he got from his father in the end was like, you will live, you will be denied. You will know what it is like to be denied, so you know what it feels like. Like, even his dad, in his dying breath, would be like, you asshole.
You did this.
Like...
I don't pity him, but I mean, it's something sad about a man, like, hitting rock bottom and realizing that he is his own problem, you know? So like at least he's realizing it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So like maybe he's like on his way to like start change and make amends. And
Hopefully.
like that's gonna be like this is the beginning of a new journey. Like right now it's good that you started.
I think it was very interesting when he said like, oh, in the beginning we had good days, and Mirka was like, I can't remember them. It's like one of those, you know, relationship when some people break up and then they're like, oh, we had good days. Like did we? Like you thinking of all the rosy parts that maybe that have happened, like, but did we have good days? There must have been like so few versus how long it was. It's like I can't remember them. Like
it's like the further you get away from those, it's like, oh man, there were all these good times, but it's not like their problems started just recently. They've always been there.
They've always
and
been
he can
there.
only, you know, he's looking at it, with rose-colored glasses.
Yeah.
Also, whorehouse next to the church, obviously.
So funny.
Best. It was perfect. I was like, are they looking at the same spot? It's like, oh, sure they are.
I love Toranaga for that.
Yes. It was I gave, like, I did my promise. Doesn't matter where it is. But yeah, really good episode.
Great
so excited
episode.
for next two
Solid.
episodes.
2 really solid episodes we watched today.
Yeah. Super good.
I'll just say that I think when Lady Ochiba was watching the old woman die, she was probably thinking, let's make the most of tonight like we're gonna die young.
Well, on that note, guys, you can binge watch the next 2 episodes on our website and start watching The Berry. It's the normies.com, and we'll see you later. Bye.